Hello, welcome to the Art of the Oracle. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm very excited to some of the new followers that we have, so thank you. The channel is growing, slowly but growing, and I am so grateful that you are here. As I tapped in before the reading, what I heard was, it was very, very interesting. What I heard is that as we become lighter, it's not an idea of lightness. It is a literal lightness. We are speeding up, just like the fire horse, the energy that's coming in. And as I know, working as a biofield tuning practitioner and working in Reiki and working with energetics, I am very well aware that heavier, denser, sad, fear-based energy moves slower than love and excitement and joy and possibility. That moves much more rapidly, right? And that's what we're moving into. You know, we've heard a lot of information about the fire horse, but that's the way I see it. And what I was shown is just that, is that as we begin to lighten our energetic signature, this isn't about what your body type is. It's about what your energy type is. It's about recognizing that we are all generating a signature with our very unique signature, I might add, with our body and what it's doing and what it's saying. And so is everything else around us. So what I was shown was like bubbles or like little beads, and it's all kind of bouncing around, and nothing, we know that nothing is really solid. It's all just energy. Moving slower shows density, moving faster shows something that perhaps it moves so fast you can't even see it, sort of thing. And that's what we're going to, is the awareness that we are connecting, and that as we change our signature, we are aware of different things around us that are vibrating at that new speed. So very exciting message. Let's dive into the cards and see what we're doing. We are going to use the Spirit Mamas along with the Sacred Creators and the Light Seers Tarot. So thank you for being here. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the comment section. We'll see if we can do a reading around it. All right. Okay. So if you're new to the channel, this is I'm a little spoiled by this, but yes, cards seem to jump out and share themselves what I need to hear and see, and the message that I'm bringing to you. I ask for always the highest wisdom and light to come in and share this. So look at that. Speaking of light and grateful, thankful, blessed, this is one of the highest frequencies that we can radiate at, is at the feeling of gratitude, because when we're in deep gratitude, our hearts are open. And when our hearts are open, we can give and receive love. We can radiate with the things around us at that frequency. So if you're not feeling right now that you have things to be grateful for or thankful for, then go deep within your heart and ask. Maybe there's something that is covering, the love and the gratitude. Maybe there's a sadness that needs to be removed, or something like that. So interesting. Now we have the heart chakra and divine vessel. Okay. So as you can see, all of these were coming together for this purpose, the heart chakra. It's very important right now for us to be in tune with our heart chakra. And I know from personal experience that we can have a shield over our heart when we've been hurt repeatedly, or when we had, people that we grew up with that taught us that it wasn't safe. Any number of things can close your heart down, and then we literally put a wall around ourselves so we can't get hurt anymore. But to be able to feel love and give love freely again, we need to remove that heart wall, and we need to do it in a safe, practical way. So it's asking us to tap into the heart and find out what it needs. And then slowly we should be able to figure out with our own, because it's going to be different for everybody. Taking down or opening up your heart is not easy when you've been hurt or when things have happened. But those things, as we all know, don't define us, and our heart is truly our portal, I'm going to say. It is part of this divine vessel. I love that we have all this music, we have all this dance, and we have all this feminine energy, which I was really feeling excited about in this week. For some reason, I just felt very, very drawn to doing a reading. So let's go to what the heart chakra says in the guidebook. It says softness doesn't mean you're weak. It's actually the opposite. So in the tarot, when we have the strength card, it shows a lamb and the lion, and it's about being strong in a feminine way, not needing to like project your strength on others, but almost like a calm strength that doesn't need words. So you can afford to show all sides of yourself because you are so you, and nothing negatively can affect you. This card reminds you to come from a place of love and compassion no matter what, no matter the situation. When you have unwavering faith in yourself and who you are, it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing or how you're perceived. It's all about you. So I'm not telling you that you need to do this or that or the other thing, but the suggestion is that opening your heart to the gratitude, healing any of the past traumas that you have, creates the ability for you to love deeper, for you to be able to experience life in a full way, because you do feel safe. And what we have here in the divine vessel is the last card. And interestingly, the card just before the last card is this. So in the middle of all of this, it's saying that the portal to everything that we want is held within the heart. And there is a belief that there literally is at the center of our heart like a deep black hole. And it takes us into the expansiveness. We think going inward is a retraction, but it is not. It creates more and more ability to be aware of yourself and your expanded state. So this about being grateful is all things grow and evolve in our lives, and when we pause and think about what we are thankful for, it allows us to receive more blessings. And I know that that kind of it kind of feels like, you know, law of attraction, all this, but it's more about your frequency, and you, it's not about your head telling you to be grateful. It's about really vibrating at the feeling of gratitude, and it's not easy to do when our heart is closed. So it's asking you to recite blessings, to write in a gratitude journal, to slowly be able to open your heart to what gratitude is. And then finally, we have the divine vessel. And I'm going to read what this says. It says, the energy of the mother flows through you. You are her and she is you. At this time, you are one with the universe and all of its flow. You are the divine and the divine is you. You are a vessel for all of life's wonders. Open your eyes and explore the beauty and grace of the world equally. The human experience is a special one. It is specific to each person in each moment and each melody of the soul. It's literally summing up exactly what I was talking about us vibrating at different frequencies. And each frequency has its own song, its own notes. And some of the chords may be out of tune. So it's just about tuning up our body in terms of our energetics. Each soul is at a different frequency, yet we're all singing the same chorus. Today, celebrate your unique sound in the universe's magical symphony. Wow, that was so beautiful. And I know I've spent a lot of time talking prior to the cards, so let's go into the next group of cards. These are the sacred creators to give us another message. Okay, so it's interesting. So I don't know if you picked up on what it was saying. It's like a deep connection with the earth, and that's where I went. It's also, as you can see, reminding us that this connection is a heart-based connection to the earth. And then it's saying follow through. So you can see what's going on here is that these two cards are embracing the heart, reminding us that to work within our own energetic system in cooperation with the earth. And that was the other thing I heard, is that I heard that as we vibrate higher, we'll be able to communicate with things. So as I was seeing me like bouncing around a bunch of little energetic balls, that everything else was doing the same thing, and that we are all like communicating, and now we will see things at a different level. There's also this follow through, which is very interesting. This is about grounding, and this is about following through. So it's very easy when you find a reading or something that makes you feel really good in the moment, and then you kind of got to go back to your daily world. This is asking you to remember whatever you were excited about a reading or some energetic or something that happened, and take yourself back to that. So let's go into the tarot cards for the final message, please, and ask whoa. Did you see that? Okay. So these are very, very open. So this one literally flew like 12 inches. So let's take a look at what we have. We have the King of Swords, the Hanged Man, and then a mystery card over here. So we'll begin with these two. The King of Swords is about being in touch with the communication, being in touch with what you're taking in. It's being able to stand at the top of the mountain with the wisdom, with the experience. No, this is bat energy, owl energy, crow or raven energy, dragonfly energy. It's all about the transformation that we have just gone through. We have everything that we need. That's the other message that I've been hearing from last week, is that we have what we need now. It's about rising into this new experience. It's about rising into what we now know and putting it into action, to becoming the light and the love and the divine vessel that we truly are, and releasing all this old junk that's around us, the hatred, the separation, the usurping of our time, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm sure you have, but even the rules to the game keep changing to only fit a few people. So even if you've been following the rules your whole life, they are changing things. They are deciding that the things that they said once were this are no longer that, and it's because they don't value it. It's not about us personally. So this is about changing your perspective, about knowing what you know. This is your integrity, your heart, your world. You don't have to let anyone else to define it. You decide. You decide when you open up, what you allow in, and what you are now able to tap into. The Hanged Man is literally about changing the perspective and opening yourself up to new symbols, new light, new wisdom, new understanding. And let's take a look at the last card. Okay, is this card meant to be upside down? It is. So the Ace of Swords. So you have two swords energy. This is about a new way of thinking. And it's upside down because I think it's telling us it's not what we think. When we look at this upside down, rather than going in, I feel like we're literally coming out of something. So as you can see, when you see this right side up, it kind of looks like we're going down deep into the brain, right? Deep into our inner knowing. But this is saying, you know what you know. Now your light is ready to shine out for the world to see. It's ready to be grounded down into the earth, to tap into the earth itself, and to become the light that you know that you are, to be the space, to be the place, to be the love and the creativity, to generate within you the thing that you want to see on the outside. Because as above, so below, micro to macro. We cannot have a loving world until we all become loving. We cannot have an abundant world until we all become abundant. And it's not that there isn't, because there's a place of polarity in this whole thing. It's like you see the lack of something, or you see the thing that you want from the lack of it, or vice versa. So everything that we've been experiencing is now shifting us into the opposite of that. This world has been all about separation. Now it's about coming together. It's about tapping into our own divine light and seeing it for what it is. No one else has control of it unless we choose to give it to them. So thank you so much for joining me here at the channel. I hope you enjoyed the message. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, I'd love to have you come back again if you find If you find something that you enjoy seeing, then hit the subscribe button. Thanks again. Have a beautiful day. Bye now.